in this video in my Australian series, we're going to be talking with my friend Anna, who is actually Australian, and we're discussing things you should know about going to Australia before you actually go. So safety, the weather, and just some slang. For more helpful videos on planning your trip to Australia, check out the playlist here.
You know, I don't know if you would know, but do you know how much a camper van is? Have you seen like a cheaper price online? I feel like it might be misrepresented.
What does it say online?
Like 100 or so, 107, or maybe even more.
Per night or what?
I don't know. I think it's a night, but it might be a car, or was it a camper?
I don't know. Look, there's definitely like it costs more when you're under 25 because because you're younger and like they have to pay more for insurance and stuff. But I don't know. Like I think I've never looked it up. I don't think it should be that expensive. That's like ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was kind of a lot.
That's like way too much. Like I'm sure you can get it cheaper if you just like look up. Like you can get what kind of campers, like wicked vans that you can get, which is like kind of more like older, like converted vans that have been like converted into. Yeah, instead of like a built-up camper van like that was made to be a camper van, it's kind of like an old van that like has been like converted with like a bed in it and stuff. So that's cheaper, but they're really cute. And like it shouldn't be that much. Look, I don't know, but yeah, that's a really good way to see everything. Because like me and my family took like a camping trip around Australia, and we did that whole coast thing. Yeah, we did that like 10 years ago or more. And yeah, we did that. It was so fun, and it was like a great way to see it because like there's a lot of scenery. But yeah, one thing is that like the drive, like there's a lot of nothing for ages. Like for a long time, you don't see anything because like there's not a lot of people in Australia. There's not a lot of like cities. It's not like here where every like half hour or hour you'll like get to another town, right? That's not how it works in Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like really like clusters of people.
Yeah, clusters of people on the East Coast, like in Sydney and like the East Coast. And then also like where Melbourne is along there. And then we have like Adelaide and then Perth, and there's like a few more people on the West Coast, but like in the centre there's like nobody there.
Or just like bogans?
Bogans. Yeah, there's bogans. That's what we call people who are like unsophisticated, like uncultured, and like and they usually live in like rural areas. That's like a bogan. Yeah,
I feel like we have some of those.
Yeah, like kind of like a redneck. Or like
yes. I was like, what's up?
It's like our version of that, but they are a bit different. Like bogans are just like uneducated, unsophisticated. They have a really strong Australian accent.
My friend.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but like he like told me his name was Ethan.
Ethan.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, okay, I think it's Ethan, but I'm just
Ethan.
Like it.
Yeah, that's a bogan accent.
Yeah,
if I said my name's Ethan. Yeah.
I like their accent.
Yeah, it's like a really stereotypical Australian accent, but most people don't really speak like that. People have told me that I don't have an Australian accent. Like people overseas, like when we were in Paris, and I'd get into like an Uber, and they'd say, "Oh, where are you from?" And I'd be like, "Australia," and they'd say, "No, you don't sound Australian. You're not from Australia." I was like, "What?"
How did they tell you
like,
that?
I'm pretty sure I know. It's because I think they'd only met people who had a really strong Australian accent and talked like this, and everyone else they thought talked like this, but they don't.
Is that that one famous Australian that does like all the animal stuff?
Like Steve Irwin?
Yes.
Yeah, well he's dead now.
Stronger?
Yeah, his accent was like a bogan accent. Yeah, that's like what most people like think Australian accents are. It's not really like that if you work in like the city and stuff. But people definitely talk like that more inside. Yeah. And even just like in the western suburbs of Sydney, like the further west you go, the more like of the bogan accent you get. Yeah. But it's like quite expensive to fly there, I think.
Yeah, okay. Flights inside Australia are pretty expensive. That's why I was like, I might as well drive, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you can't drive to Perth. It's too far. If you drive to Perth, it's too far. And also
even
it's like
Melbourne, right? It's pretty far still,
Yeah, it's still really far. And also it's like you're gonna drive to areas where you won't see like anyone for like a long time. And it can get kind of scary. Yeah, like when I was driving with my family around Australia, like we went up through the middle, and so the middle is like very isolated. There's a lot of area where there's nothing there, and so we were going to like this was before the internet on our phones and stuff. So my parents just had a
What?
guidebook.
Wait.
Yeah, it was in 2005.
Oh, like it was like before it's like common. Okay, I was like, you were born during the internet.
Yeah, we didn't have it on our phones.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
especially like you didn't even have reception at these places. Like you don't even get cell reception.
Oh my god.
So we just had a guidebook, and Mum was like, "Yeah, there's this place," and like they'd just be following maps. I don't even know how to read a map anymore.
Yeah.
So that's a skill that you would need if you were driving, because
my
you
gosh,
can't get
okay.
reception in a lot of places.
Okay.
Um,
Oh my gosh, that's good to know.
yeah, so like you'd just be like on the map, and yeah, we were gonna go to like some like campground area where they had fuel and they had like gas, like for your car.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
Is
we
that
call that petrol. Like,
Okay.
yeah, you guys call it gas.
Yeah.
Gas means like house gas.
Oh,
Gas.
interesting.
So we say
Okay.
petrol or fuel.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was going to be a place with petrol and food, and we were going to stay the night there. And we got there, and there was just a sign at the front that said like, "This has ceased trading." The nearest fuel is like 200 kilometers away, which is like 100 and something miles, like 100
That's so
miles.
far. That's far.
It's really far, right?
Oh
So
my
like if you didn't
gosh.
have any fuel, if your like gas tank was empty, like what would you do? There was no reception.
Yeah.
Like
So did
you can call like emergency, but
That's gonna
it would take ages.
So
to come.
do people have to like bring their own gas? You think?
I don't know, like I don't think we did, but like maybe that would be a good idea to have a few like gas like canisters in your car just in case. But yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, I know. So we just had to drive, and luckily we had enough to get us there.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It can get kind of like scary. I wouldn't do that personally. I would fly.
Okay.
Because it's very far.
To Perth? Or just
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You can drive to Melbourne, like no problem. But like, I think it's like 12 hours driving if you take the long way, the Great Ocean Road. But that's the scenic way that everyone wants to go.
Yeah.
If you take the fast way, it's like 9 hours, I think.
Okay. But I probably, if I'm there for a month, I wouldn't be in a rush. I would be chill. And I have like a van. If I have a van, that would be really nice. So then
If
like
you have a van,
I
yeah.
can sleep forever. I'm not like waiting for my hotel reservation.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, definitely good to have a van so you can sleep wherever.
Okay.
And you can just like sleep in a campground, like all along the East Coast. You can always find like camping spots because it's like illegal to like just sleep in your car. But I think most places you can get away with it. I'm not sure if they would like apprehend you if you were sleeping in your car, but a lot of places they have signs like near the beach. It's like you can't camp here, you can't stay overnight. I'm not sure if people would like get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
But there's always like campgrounds and stuff.
Okay. How cold does it really get in Australia?
Depends where you go. It can get really cold. Like we have ski fields, you can go skiing. But so it's like obviously like below freezing there. But other places is tropical. Like if you go up to North Queensland where I said like a lot of people start and where the Great Barrier Reef is, that's like in the tropics.
Yeah.
So they have like a tropical like weather cycle, so it's really just like the wet season and the dry season, like the rainy season. So yeah, like it depends. Australia's like really big. It's the same as, you know, in the US, like some places like Florida would always be humid and like quite warm, and then other places like New York get really cold.
So cold. Oh my gosh, I can't do that. But then there's like Texas. It's like, I don't know. Well, I guess it doesn't get that cold.
Well, it depends where. Like in Dallas, it can get really cold, right?
Yeah, it can get pretty. It like reaches freezing sometimes. And then there are like parts of like North Texas, like in the Panhandle, that like snow. And like everyone's always like, where did that come from?
I know.
It's so random.
It's weird because of the elevation as well.
Yeah, probably because it's closest to the mountains.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's weird. But in Sydney, I would say the weather in Sydney is quite similar to the weather in California, in like Southern California, except it's like humid in Sydney.
Okay.
So I know it's really dry in like LA and stuff, but it gets very, very humid. So it does rain a lot in like around March.
Okay.
Like February, March, we get a lot of thunderstorms in our summer time. So like December to January, it's like a lot of December to February, like lots of thunderstorms. And then it rains a lot in March and April. Like that's like the rainy time. And then summer is like just really, really humid.
Okay.
So it can actually feel a lot hotter than it says because it's just like lots of humidity.
Okay. Yeah, one of my friends from New Zealand that I was talking to, they were like, "You're gonna go in the summer? It's so hot there." And I was like, "Well, I like
it's
summer."
Not too bad. I mean, I would say mostly it's like, I can't give you Fahrenheit. I'm going to give you
Yeah.
guys Celsius because
Okay.
you're the only country in the world that uses Fahrenheit. So you should
pointless.
definitely learn
We
Celsius.
should convert.
We get like generally the days are like in the summer like 28 degrees, 30
Okay.
degrees, but lately it was like 37 degrees a lot,
Oh,
35,
wow.
which is like over 100 degrees. I think.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
It's hot. And then the hottest day on record was a few years ago, and I still remember it like really clearly. I think it got to 47 degrees. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, it got to 116.6
Oh my gosh,
degrees.
that's so hot.
That was the hottest. So
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, global warming.
like global warming,
Wow,
yeah.
yay.
Exactly. So it can get pretty intense. But that doesn't happen that much. And you can just like stay inside, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited. I'll see you again.
Yeah. Do you want to go in December this year?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's like not even that far away.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't even been a year. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I love seeing our friends. Like, well, you're the first one I saw, but I'm sure I would love it too.
Yeah.
I'm
It's so
seeing-
fun.
Who am I seeing? I'm seeing the Spanish girls for spring break, like for a couple of days, and then I'm going to Morocco.
So you're going to Spain?
Yeah. I'm going to see them in their natural habitat.
Oh my gosh, how
Where they're from.
exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. I didn't think I would go back to Europe so soon.
Yeah, that's very soon.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, but it was cheap, and I wanted to
cheap.
go to Morocco. Like that was like my primary
Yeah.
thing, and it was like the best route.
To find which Australian city you should visit, you can press the link here for mine and Anna's video and subscribe to find our last video together on what Australians think of Americans, or really just what Americans seem like to other people. If you press the bell, you'll hear about my travel destination vlogs and advice videos like Madrid and Morocco that's coming up soon. You'll also be part of the Fancy Fam and a feminist. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll get live updates of when I'm in Australia and the semester before when I am moving and living in Asia. If you want to know where exactly in Asia, there's the link. Let me know what you're most excited for about going to Australia one day in the comments, because I'm really excited, but I want to know why you're excited. And if it's on your bucket list, like this video so that I know that you guys actually want to hear stuff about Australia.